mourn with each other when we mourn, but the Bible says that when we rejoice, that we should rejoice with each other also. So we don't want to just mourn together, but we can come together.
And we can rejoice.
We can come together and rejoice together.
You know? And Pastor, our parent, our parent was not like that, you know. Our parent was more together. If you check it out, then and you will see that our parent, they was one family.
But I think what is happening is because we have so many. Do you realize how many different nationalities that we have in Providenciales?
I don't know how many we got.
I mean, it's so many. I mean, so many. And that's one of the things that if we are not careful, we can use what can be something positive. We can be allowing it to be a negative thing and keeping us apart from each other. All of us, one thing we all have in common is that we are all human beings.
All human beings. That's right.
You see? Right. And God created us in such a way that human beings are gregarious animals. That means that we are designed to live in community, right? And a part of a community is that the community has a spirit, you know, where everybody feel a part of this community. And this is something that we need to nurture in Providenciales. I mean, some people might feel like, oh, I'm only here to make some money and then I'm going back home. But that same person might end up staying in this community for 25, 30 years.
That's right.
With that same plan. I mean, I only come to make some money and then I'm going back home. And you spend 30 years saying that same thing. Grow old amongst people that you pass up and down on the street every day. And never took the time to get to know them. You know, to greet them. And, you know, we are missing out on so much. People are such wonderful beings.
That's right.
You know, I mean, they could be very dangerous sometimes, but you know, we are such wonderful beings. We have so much to share with each other.
Yes.
You know, and so if we could get together, do wonderful, joyful things, you know, and when I say that, not just get drunk.
No.
You know, a lot of people could come together for a big old drunken party where everybody just talking foolishness and nobody understands anybody, and at the end of the day everybody have a hangover, and then, you know, you didn't achieve anything. You feel defeated at the end of it. But we could come together for positive things.
Lord.
You know, positive things. We are together. We are glorifying God.
Yes.
Together we are dancing. You know, to wholesome music in the spirit, and having a time where when we are finished, we all feel better.
Feel better.
You know, and I know that brass band music.
Brass music will do it.
Will do that.
Brass music, and you would be surprised to know the amount of musicians we have in this country and Turks Islanders. A lot of them. But the thing is, they doesn't have the time to spare, because some of them work 2 and 3 jobs, and that's what keep them back. But if they will say, okay, let me give half an hour to the Lord, you'll see what kind of society we'll have. That we could come together and blend our voices and so forth, or play our instrument together, and you'll see what kind of society we'll have. You'll have a better society.
I think when we rejoice together, when we have fun together, and we actually see, when we actually get to see God in each other.
Yes, man.
I think it'll be more difficult for somebody to take a gun and point it at me.
That's right.
Or you.
That's right.
And shoot me.
That's right.
After we just was dancing and having such a wonderful time.
That's right.
Together, you know, in the Lord.
That's right.
It would be much more difficult for you to break into my house if we just was having fun together and having a good time.
Because your mind ain't doing that.
You know, but then we can have more feelings
for one another.
You know, because we can see the human side of each other.
And then you have that passion to help.
Yes.
To help one another.
Rather than to destroy. So, Brother Parker, I think that what you are doing and what you're planning to do is a wonderful thing.
Yes.
It can only do good for our community and for our country.
Yeah.
So I want to wish you God's blessing.
Here, I have something here where the band called. I started in July of last year, and we start with 4. and up to today we got about 12, 13. So it's growing.
Yes.
It's growing.
And well, our time is gone, and I just want to thank you for being the guest on this edition of Bridging the Gap. I'm sure that what you have shared with the audience this evening is going to be very helpful to them and inspiring to them. And I know that as a result of this program this evening that you're going to have more people who will show up to practice at your church
I'm
with you.
looking forward.
So God's blessing on you, and I trust that I have the opportunity to be